is brought to you with the letter I. I have had to change a front wheel because I had a puncture. That's an inconvenience, and it's happened most probably because of inconsiderate behaviour by people dropping stuff on the floor in the yard. This is Project Nigel, which doesn't begin with an I, but it is about me, and me starts with an I. Hello. I think it's time for another Eric Day. And Nigel. Here we go. Nigel going to a new home for a while. It's the end of the month and I don't see the point in paying a month's tax on it. I might as well just say, okay Nigel, go and enjoy a little rest for a while and I'll see you in March. Actually, I'll see Nigel before then, but you won't. It does sadden me somewhat to think I haven't got room for you, little boy. You must go and live with your uncle. We all know that our favourite cars are basically our babies. And would you really want your baby going off to live with Michael Jackson? Just as I stopped then, there was a man walking his dog, having a bit of a gander. People do, because it's distinctive and they want to know what's going on. Why has this man got a car like that? Who in the right mind would drive a car like that? That's what they're thinking. I know they are. I bet they're thinking that now. Why is he filming himself talking about this rather strange car? Well, you know why? Because I love it. And I think this car loves me as well. Do you know what? This is the first time I just stopped. I tried to pull the key out of the ignition and it wouldn't come out. It was just stuck in there. Like it was saying, don't leave me, don't leave me. Kind of genuinely feel sorry for this poor little car that just wants to be used and enjoyed. Just imagine if I was actually selling this car for real and watching it being taken away by somebody else. Being driven away by somebody else. It's the most gut-wrenching feeling I can imagine. There's a big part of me right now that's saying, oh come on, just take it home. Just keep being taxed. It's so nice to drive, I enjoy it so much that even though it doesn't really make sense to use it whilst I've got that diesel knocking about, which will be a bit cheaper to run, I want this just because I like it. Now here's a weird thing. I've had Alfie sat up for over a month not doing anything, and that doesn't seem to bother me. Yet I like that car just as much, or so I say. I just had lunch in the caravan with Senior Mustard because he gave me a lift back. Yeah, Nigel is going to stay with Uncle Michael for a bit, and he will be perfectly happy there. Normally Boaty would be here and we'd have a lunch in the caravan possibly, or Eastern Blue, but he's not. He's gone off to Portsmouth to go and buy an MGF, and I'm sure he's having a lovely time. I'm sure he's having a fantastic time. Probably even better than he could have sat around with me. The caravan's a good place to get a view of my cars in the yard, or my cars and other people's cars in the yard. As we can see, that end of the yard is full, and out the window it's full down there as well, which is why Nigel, Oh gosh, I'm so sad about this. Poor Nigel. Poor Nigel. Do you know what? If it wasn't for Nigel, this YouTube channel wouldn't have even happened. And now look, he's been flung out of his own yard. Poor multicoloured sausage. Eric, I think it's time to transform Eric from this dirty black car into something a bit more special. Something stuck in my throat. Wheels. Pumping up the wheels. A set of 4 wheels to be pumped up, full of air. Eric. Eric rhymes with Derek. Bit like cleric and quite hysteric. Oh, will soon be transformed from this rather grotty looking 25 into a less grotty looking 25. Quick scrub up of the wheels and they look fantastic until you get close, and then you can see I need to do them all over again because there's stains everywhere. There's a problem. The centre caps for the wheels that I have are under there, under all these subframes and things, which I only put there the other day because I can't think of anywhere else to put them. Better, but not perfect. Better than those though. Oh. Well, my phone battery has suddenly disappeared from 40% to 10, so I've got no chance of filming the next bit. So let's just get a couple of shots before and after. Nicer. No longer almost respectable. So now I've done that, really I should vacuum it out because I haven't vacuumed it out since I've acquired. I haven't vacuumed it out since I've acquired it, but I can't be bothered. There's something else I want to do. Since being given my welding machine last week, I have been given all sorts of advice, and some of it is the kind of thing I'd like to try out. Because I do know, and I know even more people now that do welding. Some do it for a living, and some don't do it for a living but still do it. So I'm going to try out a little technique for learning how to weld from a chap called Steve Cole. So what I've been advised to do is get a really thick piece of metal and try and weld a straight line, a continual line, and keep doing this until it turns into a line rather than a load of splatters. Oh, and look, an actual welding mask as a gift from Allegro man himself. Nice, eh? Time to put a new cutting disc on. Could do with a grinding disc really. And my attempts so far look like I'm trying to make braille. I must say, wearing a welding mask does make you feel rather manly. Oh, look at that. I've had quite an enjoyable session on the welder here actually, which is what I was hoping for. So, would you like to see what I've done? That's today's first attempt, which is just braille. Now then, moving on, I made a couple of, 3 lines there. They're a bit potholed and stuff, and then my third go is starting to look a bit like a weld, except for that one there, than that one, but that one's quite reasonably good, I think. Time to give up now. Can't do welding in the dark, and that's what it will be quite soon. Moving Bolty's car in the dark. That doesn't sound very good, that. Night time! Went out. Last. Somebody making sense of the situation. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Well, I've been looking for an excuse to walk home. I was going to do it tomorrow, but now I'm doing it tonight. Hopefully, that is a case of running out of fuel. Now, I've misread the fuel gauge, which admittedly is very near the bottom. But normally on these, once you're near the bottom, there's about 10 left. But they're all different. There's nothing I can do about it now. The way it gave up there was very much a running out of fuel symptom. I thought boost had given up. I thought the turbo decided it wasn't going to do anything at first. So I changed it to first and it just went like that. So I don't think it's going to be anything really horrible unless it's the fuel pump, the high pressure fuel pump on the front. Those can go wrong. Hopefully it's not that. Ow! Spiky bits! Spiky bushes. Oh, this is a rather dark road to walk along at night time. Just hope there's not lots of dog poo on the floor for me to treading. Dog poo! Da da, the dog poo song, the dog poo song. Oh, it's all about the dog poo that's left on the road full of dog poo that's left all over the place. Rather wonderful until you tread in it. Oh yeah. The dog poo on the pavement, the dog poo on the pavement. It's all about to tread in. Yeah, I kind of